a story this morning? You took a shortcut. Hi, Ellie. Hi, Hannah. Do you? I do too. How is everybody? Are you good? I'm good too. You know why I'm good? Because the sun is shining. And we haven't had very much. It's shining over there. It's not shining over there. It's shining right over there. I can see it through that window. Well, you could take your coat off if you're hot. I have a story to tell you this morning. And this story doesn't start in the place that a lot of our story starts in. This tells us that today, this morning, that we're somewhere in Canada. Somewhere, it could even be here. And if you look, this is all fields that are greener than the ones that are here right now, but it could be a story that happens right here.
There's zero snow at our house.
Zero snow?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah,
Because it's spring, right. And this is a story about a little girl named Rachel. And Rachel is visiting her grandmother at her house, somewhere in Canada. It could be right here in Lake Country. And when they get together, her grandmother teaches her how to bake bread. Have any of you ever had fresh baked bread right out of the oven? Isn't it yummy? Yeah. Well, they were baking bread, and her grandma called this tummy bread. I wonder why she would call it tummy bread. Because it fills your tummy and it feels good in your tummy when you eat it. So they baked bread, and once the loaf was in the oven, Grandma told Rachel a story. And this story happened in another land. It was a land far away from Canada where Grandma was born. And she lived, oops, I have to leave old Grandma there. I need young Grandma. Here's young Grandma. There's young Grandma. And she lived in a village there. And when she was quite young, like maybe, do you think she was 4? She might have been 4, she might have been 6, she might have been 8. She was young anyway. Whoops. Yeah, this is when she was a little girl, okay? Anyway, when she was very young, there was a terrible war. And the village that she lived in ended up burning to the ground. Everything was lost. It burnt completely. All the homes, all the businesses. Well, it was from a war, and I guess there was a bomb dropped or something. And unfortunately, what happened is that the grandma, as a little girl, got separated from her parents. And a lot of children did. And they were left stranded in this place with nowhere to sleep, nothing to eat. It was a horrible, horrible time, and she was really, really afraid. And after many days with nothing to eat and nowhere to sleep and no parents in sight, this woman appeared who found her and said, are you all alone? And she said, yes. And she said, well, come with me. I have a place where there are other children that are also alone, and you can stay there. And so she took her to this big house and took her in and gave her something to eat, and then found a bed for her. And she was able to finally have a place to sleep that was warm. But the problem was that every night when she went to bed, she was still afraid. All the children were afraid. They were afraid, what if we wake up tomorrow and there isn't anything to eat again? What if we wake up tomorrow and this house is gone? And they couldn't get to sleep. And so this woman, seeing what was happening, and they were so afraid, she said, she brought a piece of bread to each of them and put it beside them in their beds and said, now you don't have to worry, because that's real bread. It's real old bread. I've been using it for a long time. But each of the children were given a piece of bread and said, now you know, when you wake up, you will have something to eat. And this bread is called heart bread. And what Grandma said was, heart bread is made from all the times in the day when you have what you need, like something to eat and clothes to wear. It's all the times that you gave love to someone, or that you felt someone gave you love in return. And those things fill your heart. And so what she said is, every night, what you do is you go to bed and you put your hand on your heart, and then you think of all those things that were good in the day, all the things that you were able to have, all the love that you gave and received, and it makes your heart feel warm. And so that was the story. So Rachel said, so when I go to sleep tonight, I'm going to do that. I'm going to say, today I was loved, and I will be loved again tomorrow. And as the story finished, the bread was ready.
That is actually real fresh bread.
And there is a nice, fresh tummy bread to remind you of heart bread. It is banana bread, and I baked it. Even smells like banana bread. I baked this for you last night so that you can have this to share together, this tummy bread, as you think about heart bread in Children's Church this morning. So, well, not right now. You're going to take this. I'm going to give Hannah one to take, and Catherine one to take, and we're going to sing. You'll all get it. It's not for them, it's for all of you. We're going to sing our big love song that we've been doing for a few weeks, and then you can head off to Children's Church. So let's sing, You Are Holy.